everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Do you know the Salvation Army? Do you know the difference between Catholic and Christianity? Well, today I have invited two guests, Matt and Renata. They will be explaining about the two subjects. Let us listen to their explanations. Our first guest today joins us now. Thank you for accepting the interview today, Renata.
Thank you for having me, Amy.
Can you first tell us a bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. Well, my name's Renata. I am a mum and I have 3 children with my husband Glenn, and I work here as a pastor at the Salvation Army at Rockdale.
Mm-hmm. So how long has the Salvation Army been around, and how many are around the world?
Right, well, the Salvation Army started in the late 1800s, so that's a long time ago. And how many are around the world? Well, we're in over 160 countries. I'm not sure how many mission expressions that is, but over 160 countries and about 67 territories around the world.
So it must be really, everyone knows about it?
Well, I would think most people would know the name of the Salvation Army either through the church or through the social services that we offer to people in need.
And what is the Salvation Army? What does it do?
Well, the Salvation Army is a church and also an organisation that helps people who are in need. So we've commonly been known more for helping people, and some people don't even know we're a church, but we are actually all in one. So we are people who share the love of Jesus by helping people in need in our community.
So it also shows your generosity and kindness to everyone.
Yes, thank you. I hope so. And you are as well, Amy, very generous and kind to people too.
And what type of people can work for the Salvation Army?
What type of people? Any people can work for the Salvation Army. We have people who work full-time for the Salvation Army. We have people who are pastors or ministers, and they're called officers. We also have people who may work as in the different departments. So they may look after our property, or they may be a caseworker helping somebody with some problems. And we also have many volunteers who work for the Salvation Army too.
Thank you for joining us today, Renata. We hope that more people would love to come to Salvation Army and learn about Jesus.
Thank you. I hope that too. Thank you, Amy.
Our first guest joins us today. Thank you for being interviewed today, Matt. Could you first tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Matt. I'm one of the pastors here at Rockdale Salvation Army with Renata. I'm married and I have 3 daughters who are all grown up now pretty much. And I enjoy sports, watching and playing sports, and I love music. So yeah, that's me.
You're more like a sporty person?
Yeah, I play cricket and I love watching football and cricket, and yeah, I'll have a go at anything.
Yeah. So for the viewers who are viewing this video today, who don't know about Christianity and Catholic, can you explain the difference between Christianity and Catholic?
Yeah, of course. So I guess Christianity is a very big, broad description of a faith, and within that are different traditions. So the Catholic tradition is they are Christians, but they hold certain different traditions. The Salvation Army is a Christian tradition, and we sit in what's called the Protestant side. And so we do things a little bit differently. We understand God a little bit differently, but we're all Christian. We all believe that Jesus was the Son of God who came to save us and to make the world a better place. But they do things a little bit differently to us. And I think that's a good thing. I think it means that people can find the type of Christianity that they enjoy, whether some like really loud, fast music, or others like the chanting and the waving of the bells and things like that. So it's nice to have the different types of Christianity.
But what is the benefit of learning about Jesus and Christianity?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of benefits. That's why I'm a Christian. I think that people are created with a spirituality, that we are spiritual as well as physical and emotional and mental, and that God has designed us to have a relationship with God. And the best way that God was able to express that relationship was through Jesus, who is part of God. And so by learning to know who Jesus is, it helps me understand the type of person that I want to become, somebody who loves their neighbour and cares for the sick and helps the poor and the downtrodden. So I think when people love like Jesus taught us to, I think the world's a better place, and that's why I see the benefits, and I think that's good for society as well.
So it also expresses your kindness and generosity and how you can be generous?
Yeah, very much so. I think Jesus taught that we're to love God and then to love our neighbour, and by neighbour he meant not just the person you live next to, but basically anybody you come in contact with. And therefore, if you're loving somebody, you want to be generous towards them. You want to, if they're in need, you want to try and meet those needs. And that's why I also work as a pastor in the Salvation Army. We try and meet the needs of people who are lonely or don't have things to get by in life, or have mental health needs or physical health needs. We want to be generous to them because Jesus and God is generous to us.
Because if we don't pay attention to them, that will make them feel worse and even more in the dumps.
Oh, absolutely. I think our world can be a very lonely place, can be a very sad place. And so that's not what God wanted this world to be like. I think if we actually started living like that, there would be no dumps for people to be in. You know, everybody would be friendly and loving each other and caring for each other.
So it doesn't matter different moral culture, different talents, different strengths, different weaknesses, because everyone's unique.
Yeah, and that's the wonderful thing, is that God made us all unique. But God wants to know each and every one of us, whether you're from a different culture to me, or you're a different, you come from a different country to me. God still wants us to love each other and to care for each other. That will look different in, say, India, and it's going to look different in Nigeria, and it's going to look different in Canada, and it's going to look different here in Australia. But the principle is the same, that we love each other.
So it comes to the last question. How
Yeah.
can people's knowledge about Christianity and Jesus be used in day-to-day life?
Yeah, well, I think going back to probably what I was just saying, that if we understood that the message of Jesus was to love one another and to care for one another, that would be a good place for us to start. I think our society is probably a little bit too selfish and focused on itself, and I think if we understood that that's what Jesus wanted for life, that all of our lives would be pretty good, pretty amazing. And so I think that's something that we should be taking in as we live this life here.
So does it also start with learning about Jesus, like reading Bible and coming to church?
Yeah, and look, let's be honest that at times Christians have got that very wrong, and we haven't been very good examples of who Jesus wants us to be. But if we go and actually read the scriptures, read the Bible about who Jesus was and the things he taught, there's a beautiful sermon in the Gospel of Matthew. It's called the Sermon on the Mount because he was up on a mountain teaching. That would be a really good place to start. Read the words of Jesus and then try and see how you might live them in your life.
And thank you for joining us today, Matt.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So we hope more people will want to learn about Jesus.
Yeah.
I believe that everyone will be learning about from Matt today. I hope more people will want to learn about Christianity and Jesus and come to church. See you next video. Bye.
Bye.